Nigel, was that a much-deserved victory?
I'm not sure about that. Not much in the game at all. I don't think we were brilliant for the most of the game. Certainly in our sort of play, the last two performances we've had at home against Hartlepool and Derby, we've played some absolutely brilliant football. Different set of qualities required today, and when we got ahead, I thought we defended brilliantly again.
Was it a real game of contrast in two halves?
No, I thought once, first half, I don't think they created much, and we certainly didn't. Away from home, you're never too disappointed to get in at 0-0 at half time. We just said to the players it might be one of those sort of days where we don't play very well, but we get a goal from a set play or something, and then we look after it, and that's how we did. These 1-0 away victories, honestly, are vital over the course of a season.
You really started to cause them problems from corners.
Yeah, I thought we did, and I thought we started the second half well, a lot more positively, and won quite a few set plays, scored from one, nearly scored a second when it hit the bar and bounced down, and then somebody just scrambled it over the bar. It's a big part of the play in League Two, in any league, and you have to be good at them, and you have to be good at defending them, and I thought equally we did that well today.
The first half was a really dogged, bitty affair, wasn't it?
It was quite dour and annoying, but you're away from home. You come into a team that's had a really strong start at home, and sometimes we've gone away from home, we've played our football, been open and ended up conceding. So I don't mind it when we get in 0-0 at half time and the opposition haven't created too much.
What did you say to the lads at the break? Because it looked like they came out with a little more vigour in their step.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this week.
Thank you.
I just said, hang on, let's face it, we're not at our best, we're a little bit down physically. We've got a few players missing. It's one of those days as a team that you get together and you make sure that you come off the pitch with a result. And it might be a scrappy goal that we get, which we did. Jordan scored the winner, and I don't think he played very well today. I think that's a fair statement. I said to him, to score the winner and play. I think he was pretty poor at times today. Doesn't matter. That was that sort of day.
What did you make to the decisive goal?
Yeah, two good headers. Hawks has won the first one, and then Jordan's in there sniffing in the 6-yard box and headed it in from a yard or two out. We'll take anything today. Honestly, it was that sort of day, and it will be away from home in quite a few of the games. We're not going to be able to play brilliant football. So the opposition are going to stop us. We're not going to be quite as vibrant as we normally are. So you have to dig in, and that's what we did.
What was it that made the Stags create more chances in the second to the first half?
Getting in at 0-0 at half time and not being, the lads come in, they know when they're not being brilliant. No point in sort of rollicking them or whatever. It's one of those, come on, let's be a bit better in the second half. All over the pitch, we were. And I thought the substitutes again were vitally important for us today. To be able to bring O'Toole and Perch on when you lose players through injury, which we did. McLaughlin injured, Harbottle injured, Marius injured today, along with Wallace, Gordon, Swan, Oates, who aren't even here. Very, very important to utilise the squad.
We'll come on to some of those players whom you mentioned very shortly, but what about the chances you created in that second half? You could and perhaps should have added to the tally.
Yeah, we should. Gailey went half clear. I think Quinney had a couple. He robbed on the edge of the box, and he had one at the far post as well. Just a little bit more composure in those areas, and we might have got a second. But no matter what happens, when 7 minutes goes up, they're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You hope you can nick one on the break, but apart from a couple of scares, Christie made one great save down to the right hand side with a bobbling shot from the edge of the box. Apart from that, I thought we saw it out pretty well, which after last week conceding late on was important.
Yeah, the save from Pym, a match-winning stop. It was a very awkward-looking bobble that, but he got down to it superbly.
They're the ones that cause you want them coming clean at you, and it did bobble just before him. He got a good hand, and I think he went actually over the bar rather than wide. But apart from that, the lads looked after him.
7 minutes of time were held aloft by the fourth official at the end of the 90. What did you think to your game management today?
I thought it was very good. I thought we got the ball in the corner. Gailey actually won a throw and the referee gave it the other way. We won a corner, and I thought out of the 7 minutes we probably defended for 2 or 3 of them, but for the rest of it I thought we tried to get into their half.
5 changes today, Nigel. How many of those enforced?
All of them. Kel Gordon didn't make it with his groin.
Sorry, in the match I meant.
In the match, all just about. Ollie Clough was the only one. He'd been booked rather daftly for dissent, which will result in a fine. And then he made a robust and typical Ollie Clough challenge, which they were reacting to, so we didn't want to take any chances. But Macca, Steve McLaughlin knee injury, Riley Harbottle ankle, George Marius ankle. Was there anybody else? There was another one.
have to check.
And then Quinny came off, just 85 minutes, just get the fresh legs on.
So Maris, Harbottle and McLaughlin, will they be okay for next weekend against Walsall?
We'll see. I would think certainly Harbottle and McLaughlin might be a doubt, but hope that Will Swan's recovered from his illness and Kel Gordon should be in contention as well.
Will Swan, what is his illness, can you say?
He's got a virus. I thought he was very, very good on Tuesday night against Derby. His running stats were the best they've been all season. And then he phoned Tom on Wednesday and said he felt very rough. Went to the doctors. The doc said you've got a viral infection. So there's no way he can travel and play with that.
No Kieran Wallace or Kellen Gordon?
No, Kel's groin. He did it against Hartlepool. Obviously didn't feature against Derby. Not quite right for today. Kieran Wallace, the head injury, the protocols that he came off with the other night.
And a 4th away victory in the league, Nigel. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, incredible. When you think our home form's been so good, and it's a little bit of an evening up because we deserved to beat Hartlepool on Friday night. So if you'd offered us 4 points from the 2 games, we'd have probably taken it. And it was important not to get something from the game today on the back of the disappointment of not beating Hartlepool. So we're back on track. And it's funny how it swings and turns around, isn't it? All of a sudden we're good on the road. We've drawn our last 3 at home despite playing well, and we've got the points on the road. Don't mind as long as we get the points.
And as we look more broadly, as we enter a financial crisis in this nation, we see 300 Stags fans making one of the longest journeys of the season today. What did you think to their support?
Brilliant again, and we came here last year and won with 10 men, and we've nicked a 1-0 here today. Makes that journey for everybody a lot nicer on the way home.
Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks.